Jake here for American Trucks, and today I'm taking a look at the OEM style LED bed lighting kit for 2021 and newer F-150s. Now this kit is a simple, effective, and worry-free choice for the F-150 owner who's looking to upgrade their bed lighting. So if you haul tons of stuff, or if you use your bed often later in the evenings, this is absolutely a worthwhile upgrade for you. These lights integrate seamlessly with the F-150, and they're going to greatly increase the functionality of your bed space. Now, bed lights are something that most truck owners won't think about until they have to use them, but once you find yourself needing them, you'll realize the importance. Now, the first thing of note here are the LED bulbs themselves. These are a 6000K color temperature light, so they're going to be super bright. If you have a tonneau cover on your truck, or if you do a lot of nighttime hauling and driving, you know how helpful a good set of bed lights can be. In my eyes, the best part is how seamlessly these integrate with your truck. So when you unlock the doors with your key fob, or if you simply open one of the doors, the lights will automatically illuminate. Conversely, they will turn off if you lock the doors with your fob or when the truck is started. Now, all of that means that you never have to worry about switching your bed lights on or off. No concerns about battery draining, blowing out a bulb, or anything like that. Now, these can also be manually activated by the overcab light button inside the truck. But the best part here, in my opinion, is that these don't require any BCM reprogramming to function. So you don't need to take a trip to the dealer and have them do any kind of programming. Just plug them in and off you go. It's really a no-hassle solution. Now, the lights themselves are also IP67 rated, which means they are both waterproof and dustproof. So you also don't have to worry about anything getting into them and ruining the housing or the electronic components. Now, those components are hermetically sealed inside of their housings, and the polycarbonate lens on the outside does an excellent job of protecting all of it against heat, moisture, and impacts from whatever you might have in the bed. Now, this kit is going to come in around $225, and while it's not the least expensive solution for updating your bed lighting, I do think this is worth the extra money. Not only are these well constructed, but they're bright and they integrate seamlessly with the rest of your truck's lighting. And since LEDs have such a long lifespan, you also don't have to worry about replacing bulbs all the time. Not to mention, the install is super easy. So let's talk about that install process. Now, these are a plug and play type of installation, so they're gonna get a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. The kit comes with everything you need, including the harness to plug in the lights. You're only going to need a few tools to get this accomplished, and the installation itself should be able to be completed in under 30 minutes. This is a job that is very friendly for a DIYer, something you can absolutely do at home in your garage or in your driveway. Now, if your truck is not pre-wired for bed lighting, you will need to get an additional power extension cable, which is available on our site, and that is also plug and play. It will add a little bit of time to your installation, but it is certainly still able to be accomplished at home. So with that, let's throw it over to one of our AT customers, and we'll show you how to get these on your F-150.
Hello, I'm Shannon, and today I'm going to be installing a OEM style bed lighting kit on my 2021 F-150. Start out by opening the box here. In here we have the instructions. We've got a baggie with some zip ties and a wire connector. Got the actual lights themselves with their wire harness on them, and another wire harness. This is going to connect to the third brake light at the rear of the cab. The tools I have ready are, I have some knee pads here, a couple rags, a utility knife, flat blade screwdriver, putty knife, 8mm nut driver, 8mm socket, trim removal tool, a pair of side cutters there, a T20 screwdriver, a T20 bit in my cordless, pair of gloves, safety glasses, a light, and some extra zip ties in case I need them. I'll get started by saying that I do have a spray-in bed liner, so that makes this project a little bit more difficult because these plugs were sprayed into the bed liner. They're stuck to the bed liner. So first of all, I'm going to have to remove them from the bed liner by cutting around them. So get my safety glasses on, put some gloves on, and try and get those plugs out of there. This lighting kit is supposed to connect the lights that I install here with the third brake light that is on the rear of the truck cab. So whenever those white lights light up, it should also light up the bed here. See, it's stuck in there pretty good. But get it. Got the first one out. I have to also now remove the plug from the other side. Once again, cut along the edge of this. Once I get these plugs popped out, I'll be able to put the new lights into the holes where I removed them. So now I take these lights here and separate them. Just one for each side. And attach wire harness. All I'm gonna do, take this connector, put it through the hole, let that drop down through the side of the bed. And if I look at the top of this light, there's a clip there, and one here. So this little notch here, I guess, and then this push-in clip. And take this piece here, put it on the top, take that piece on the bottom, put it into that notch there, and voila, it's in place. Now we're gonna go to the other side. Feed the connector down through the hole, get the harness through the side of the bed. It should drop right down toward the ground. Like this, put it on the top, and it is connected. The lights are in place. So there's 4 T20 screws in this light assembly. Now that I have those 4 screws removed, make sure to keep those in place, and this light assembly should pop out of here, and it does. If we look at this harness going here, the center light is going to be our red brake light. These 2 side white lights are for our bed lights. And if I look at the directions, I'm supposed to take this right here, and you're going to hook this connector onto this wire right here. This is kind of a off-white color. The black wire, if you can look here, it goes between all 3 lights, so that's common. So I know I've got the right wire because this wire here only goes to the 2 outside lights. So what I'm gonna do, take that connector, get the wire right between the notch there, snap that in place. See, it's snapped in place. Now that will connect our wire connector, allow us to power the other lights. So now that that's in place, I'm going to take this wire harness here. We've got these 2 connectors here. They're going to go into there. Now, here we've actually got to go down into the cab. In the cab, I'll just pull down this headliner a little bit. So this connector just plugs right in like so. You just want to make sure it's pushed in all the way. Now, I can feed this into there. Let's push these wires back into place. And get this guy back in place. Now there's a rubber gasket that goes all the way around this. Just be mindful not to push that out of place, otherwise you could get leaks at the top of your cab here. One thing you don't want to do is crack your lens. I've got my driver here set at lowest speed, and I'm just gonna get these close and then drive them home with that T20 Torx screwdriver. In here now we can see the wiring harness is coming down from the headliner. Right now I've just gotta pop this clip out here. Set that aside to put back together. And then we gotta remove this insulation panel or pull it loose anyway. So we're gonna route this harness behind there. And if you look here, there's a screw head bolt that we're gonna loosen up here, remove, and we're gonna hook that little grounding ring. And this bolt is really longer than it needs to be for what it is. Put this bolt back in, the grounding ring attached, and that will provide ground, negative ground for our new lights. Tighten that up. Now, we gotta take this harness. You'll see right down here in the corner, this is a pass-through. This will allow me to go from the cab. I just want to feed this harness down through. So, I'll just snake this up here. I want to put it above the headliner. And there's a clip up here for the headliner. I like to get it behind that clip. If I do that, it's going to stay up nicely. That, just tuck this into the corner. Pass that down. There. All I gotta do is take and put this insulation piece back into place. And then we're gonna be going underneath the truck. Now I can put my seat back up. Let's press it up here and pop that other side in. Okay. There we go. You're gonna see now that I've got the wiring harness here for the connectors. And right here on both sides. Look up underneath here. You're gonna see it's coming down from above. What we've got to do is route it all the way back to the back. I'm going to start out by just taking the easy path here. You want to avoid any moving parts, avoid any hot parts like exhaust. Okay. I'm going to route this back behind where the shock hook's on, over where the tire is. And a couple spots here. Let's get the zip tie around the frame. Cut off the tails of the zip ties. Make a clean installation. Okay. You can see the harness is routed back towards the rear tire. Okay. Now I find where this thing came out. And I've got a hook this harness there together. Two sides. Get underneath and find a good spot to tuck this under. And I actually noticed that I want to route this over the frame there. Same with this side. So I'm disconnecting these connectors and routing them over the frame. Do not want them hanging down. Do not want them getting caught on anything. Where I'm gonna try and end up is right here at the bumper area. Just need to secure this harness there. I'm gonna leave a little slack at each end, just in case I have to remove those lights for any reason. I don't have to come down and cut zip ties. So I've routed the passenger side over here. The driver's side will also come back here. I'll plug this in, the harness that comes from the front. I am going to put a zip tie. I keep that fairly, keep the slack out of it a bit so it doesn't drag, move, doesn't have any opportunity to get against anything hot or moving. Now, I'll go ahead and route this other one over. It's plugged in to that harness that goes up to the front. And there we go. Now, just need to clean this up. Secure this in a couple spots. Once again, I'll leave a little bit of slack. Allow me to remove. Now, I'm actually going to zip tie the two sides together just to keep any strain off those small wires. Pick this up here. And hopefully it's going to be up and out of the way. Not have any issues. Alright, now I've got everything cleaned up underneath the truck. The connector has been hooked up to the third brake light. Lights are installed in the truck. We're ready to test it out. Look at that. I pressed the unlock button on my key, and both lights came on with the cab lights.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the OEM style LED bed lighting kit for 2021 and newer F-150s. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, for everything F-150, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.